Unlike the first game, playing solo can actually be quite challenging in Dragon's Dogma 2. Getting staggered is incredibly punishing, since the game expects you to have 3 other teammates to help you in such a situation. It also doesn't help that the autonomy augment has been wiped from the face of the earth, putting further emphasis on playing in a party. There were a few extra rules I made for this run to stop it from becoming too easy right away. Aside from playing solo, I can't use wake stones on myself or any cheesy revival strats with healing items. The following vocations, Thief, Magic Archer, and Warfarer are also banned because they're too strong and I also just don't feel like playing them. Most of this playthrough was streamed live on YouTube, so you can check out the VOD playlist in the description if you want. Our victim for this playthrough is the refined gentleman you see before you. You may refer to him as Thundercakes. Although he's sworn to a life of solitude, is he strong enough to beat Dragon's Dogma 2 all on his own? Starting off, I picked Fighter, so I could unlock Metal upon getting to rank 2, for 30% physical resistance. It took basically no time to get it, so I swapped to Mage upon reaching Melve. Mage gets a Potropaism at rank 2 for 30% magic resistance. That's 2 very potent defense buffs within less than an hour of playtime. Thundercakes then accompanied the soldiers to Vernworth. He gave a Cyclops a bath, then took the cart straight to the city. Unlike Fighter, playing Mage solo was a little difficult at first since I didn't have Palladium, but having on-demand heals helped alleviate this quite a lot. After reaching Vernworth, Thundercakes swapped back to Fighter and got started on the Vocation Frustration quest. Wow. You really don't want to be alive, do you? Oh, another one! With the Greatsword and Archstaff acquired, Sorcerer and Warrior were now playable. That unfortunately meant I'd have to take a break from playing Fighter and swap to Sorcerer. At rank 6, Sorc gets the Augment Constancy for 30% knockdown resistance. Obviously, I want that a lot. Playing solo Sorcerer is incredibly rough starting off, because you don't get quick cast right away. But Thundermine is good at reducing pressure from enemies, and encounters are far more manageable if you surprise them from a distance. Even with quick cast, charging spells while solo is incredibly dangerous without a pawn to protect me, so I abused the hell out of throwing rocks, barrels, and enemies around and wasn't afraid to wall slam anything that looked at me funny. The ladies love this one. It's called a Carbadon. I also made sure to pick up 2 Rings of Resolution in Melve, as they provide lots of stagger resistance and helped immensely overall. In the first Dragon's Dogma, getting knocked down gave you iframes so you could recover safely, but they removed this entirely in the sequel, which is honestly such a Chad move.
Harder, daddy. What?
Saurians were the bane of my existence, and I pulled no punches while fighting them. That was until I got Frigor, which made handling them far easier. Okay, they're just killing themselves, and me too. I'm dead. That was like Looney Tunes. After finishing the monster culling main quest, I returned to Melve, zapped an STD dragon a few times, and unlocked Mystic Spearhand from Sigurd. I wasn't aware of this at the time, but you can use the Ballista to kill the dragon to get the Meister skill, Wild Fury, very early on. While I did intend to main Spearhand for this playthrough, I wanted to finish grinding out other augments before swapping over. Also, I'm gonna be banning Mystic Spearhand shield skill because it's too strong and I don't like it. Afterwards, I took a cart to the checkpoint town and left a young boy to die because I couldn't be bothered to save him. I did a single quest and rewarded myself with a charming pair of leg armor. It turns out that running around naked is a financially good move, but not for the reason it sounds like I'm implying. No clothes means not buying armor, and just finding weapons and chests is good enough as is, which meant I had plenty of money to fund my fairy stone addiction. With only 1 rank left in Sorcerer until I could unlock Constancy, I murdered whatever I could find for discipline, while also picking up the poor crystal in the Griffin's nest. Unfortunately, I couldn't just levitate back out of the nest because the wall was too high, so I stood on the Griffin's back until it flew just high enough for me to jump off it and hover out. While slaughtering random enemies for discipline points, I drowned a Chimera by imitating trickster strats and turned a Cyclops into a bridge, which made it so mad that it drowned itself, being the last bit of discipline I needed to reach rank 6. Those were a grueling few hours, but I could at last return to Fighter and grind some more augments. Thundercakes got up to some mischief while leveling Fighter, such as drowning a Griffin for easy discipline points, but I was completely fixated on this hairy tree trunk blocking my vision. He also found the Screaming Beggar very annoying, so Thundercakes did a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and now he's dead. Vernworth has just gotten a little bit quieter. I purchased a ride to the checkpoint town, but an ogre murdered my bus. Guess I'll walk the rest of the way. Thundercakes killed another ogre, then some Saurians, finally reaching rank 6 in Fighter. After purchasing Thew, he swapped to Warrior so we could get Dominance at rank 8. I wanted to head to the Sphinx now, so we made our way to the ancient battleground getting an upgrade for our hammer while we're there. Thundercakes found the Sphinx soon after. I used the Riddle of Conviction to duplicate the Port Crystal, but needed a beloved for the Riddle of Madness. Since I was solo, I couldn't just use a pawn to knock it over with right away. This meant I had to grab an NPC. I quickly wrapped up the half quest line since it was active anyway, rizzing Ulrika and presenting her for the riddle. Please don't walk away. I didn't mean to do that. That's another Port Crystal added to the collection. Riddle of Rumination was an easy one because I still remembered where I got my first token. Unfortunately, Riddle of Wisdom was a guaranteed fail because I couldn't hire the correct pawn to show her. You used to be able to submit yourself as an answer to the riddle, but for whatever reason they patched it out. I tried kidnapping a random wandering pawn to take to her, but they despawned in my arms as I fairy stoned, so I went back to Harv and took Ulrika back to her bestie. The Sphinx was not as happy to see her this time.
Have you slopped for brains?
The first batch of riddles were complete now, so I hopped on the Sphinx and had her take me across the border. This is where everything started going wrong. Being the epic gamer that I am, I jumped off the Sphinx mid-flight so I could land in the water, in an attempt to reduce the time it takes to walk to Backbatal. Instead of landing in the water, I landed on a rock that was under the water, instantly dying. When I respawned, the Sphinx was gone, and now I had to find a different way across. I learnt a valuable lesson in patience that day. Instead, I walked around the checkpoint town, straight through the border. I checked in on the Sphinx, since she was nearby, got some free money and did 2 more riddles, then left it there for now.
Have a nice fall, you stupid bitch!
The rewards for the rest of the riddles weren't worth it for this run. I started making my way to Batal, finally crossing the border about an hour later than intended. It was only after entering Batal, where running around with no armor, aside from sexy stockings, felt like it was hindering my survivability. It was barely noticeable back when I was in Vermund, but if Thundercakes is gonna burden himself with clothes, he has to at least look fashionable. Good thing there's a torso piece in the hot springs that I thought would go great with my current outfit. Let's go grab our bikini armor first. We finally got it! Yay! How does it look on men? Oh my god. That's somehow more loot on men than on women. Wait, can Mystic Spearhand wear this? Oh, no way it can! Yes! Warrior was now a high enough rank to unlock Dominance, which meant I could finally swap over to Mystic Spearhand. The first few levels of Spearhand are very rough, especially since the nearby enemies counter my equipment entirely. Thundercake swapped back to Fighter instead. We were heading to Dragon's Breath Tower to kill a lesser dragon to unlock Spearhand's Meister skill. Fighter is the vocation I'm most comfortable playing, which will make killing it much easier. No! Oh my fucking god! I'm not healing! It is pointless. It is all in vain. Is there somewhere for you to take a swim? Look at that. Hey, I got my revenge though. No way! That was sick! That was such a fluke! Now at the tower, Seeger joined us for the fight. Okay, this might be the last one. Nice. Okay, we got our spear. With that done, Sigurd was pleased with our work, and we finally got Wild Fury. My next goal was to fully enhance my equipment, so I headed to the old dwarf guy for his dwarven smithing. I was able to enhance my gear a little bit, but needed bolt scales for my duo spear. During this incredibly long trek to a serpent's lair, I bullied a minotaur and stole its hat, before finally finding my initial destination. I had an incredibly sweaty fight with the serpents, but at least I had the scales now, so I made my way back and managed to get everything fully enhanced. It was getting very annoying travelling so far for this guy's smithing, so I sped through the main quest to unlock the Regalia Sword questline. While doing that, Thundercakes blew all his money on hookers. Those fade to blacks were clearly well worth the money. No! Wait, I think it was a different animation because of how tall I was. Most of the main questline is a snooze fest, so after sleepwalking through a couple missions, Thundercakes completed the coronation, and this woman he didn't know was there too. Now he could start the Regalia Sword quest. Thundercakes teleported to Sarah so she could repair the sword. then collected some things, killed things, slept for several days in a row, walked to place, killed more things, ran as fast as his incumbent ass would let him, and now we're done. So I reckon Dwarvensmith all our stuff from now on, which we don't need currently. I had 16 Worm's Life crystals on hand, so I made my way to the Dragon Forge so we could enhance my duo spear. Since I was now out of crystals, I decided to hunt a few drakes to finish Dragon Forging my whole armor set. Now that Thundercakes had collected enough dragon cum to sustain a small village for a week, he got his equipment fully upgraded and bought a few bits and pieces from Old Mate's shop. Ew, Thundercakes, clean up your hood when you're done with it, don't just leave it like that. I did install a mod that cleans up the dragon cum filter, but it will sometimes just randomly deactivate mid-game for some reason. While hunting these drakes, I came to the realization that I should have banned Mystic Spearhand for this playthrough because it is far too powerful. It's not as strong as Thief, Magic Archer, or Warfarer, sure, but now that I've actually gotten good at it, I've come to realize just how stupidly broken Spearhand really is. Also, it doesn't help that I've been developing a severe case of Mystic Arthritis hand lately after playing it for several hours at a time. No joke, I think this vocation will actually destroy your hand joints over time if you play it the way I do. I finished up a few side quests for extra cash. Thundercakes even showcased his diplomacy skills, de-escalating a conflict he stumbled across out in the wilderness. Okay, I killed her, but it's okay, I've got wake stones. I don't know why I thought stabbing the child would be the answer. It was just instinct. I'm playing Spearhand. You press heavy attack when someone's stunned. That's just how you play it. Let's just do main quest stuff now. I don't think Thundercakes can stand the sight of another child. We blitz through the rest of the story, finally up to the Talos encounter. Bro, what are you guys talking about? I don't have any mods installed. Yeah, this is a vanilla playthrough. I already told you guys that. Did it go invisible? It's still moving though. It's like it's taking steps in the water. Did it work? Oh my god! Whoops. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna get demonetized. No. Why? Oh no. She's dying. Seeing as how anime appears to be completely immune to unmaking arrows, Mihono Bourbon wound up going for a swim, never to be seen again. Thundercake swapped back to Spearhand to confront the dragon. Wait, I actually got Ulrika? I haven't spoken to her in weeks. Give him a big ol' kiss. I'm not gonna use the ballista because it's just not that strong. No! No way. Grab his footsies. Alright, go. Alright, we got him. With the dragon dead, Thundercakes has now become the sovereign of Vermund, but he knows there's more to this than meets the eye. After harassing Pathfinder enough times, Thundercakes is teleported to post-game. Upon entering this broken, dying world, a random Dullahan makes sure to give Thundercakes a warm welcome. Oh, that really screwed me up there. No! No way. No, not the cliff! Not the cliff! No! No! Oh my god. At least we just started. If you die in the unmoored world, you have to start over unless you use a wakestone, but I've banned those. So basically I have to complete this part of the game completely deathless, and I do not have a good relationship with gravity. After restarting post-game from the beginning, I purchased a new duo spear from the Dragon Forged, then went to Sara to enhance it. But I have to kill some gore chimeras and liches for the materials. While hunting a lich for whaling crystals, I decided to stop by one of the spooky red zones. It's really hard to get the leg ones. Just the head left now. Yes! Yes! That definitely wasn't the smoothest fight with this boss, but it was dead all the same. Thundercake still needed to kill another Gore Chimera for its main. He eventually stumbles across one, gives it a haircut, and goes to get the Whaling Crystal duplicated. He uses up one of the 12 available rests in postgame to speed along the process and heal up, but it's still not ready. So he kills a second Brine Dragon in the meantime, which was way easier than the first for some reason, and also a lesser dragon because why not? The Whaling Crystal is now duplicated, and we can finally get our fancy Duo Spear Worm forged for a very nice stat boost. All that's left is to kill the Gummy Worm 2 times, so I headed to one of its spawns and had a very clean fight. Didn't even break a sweat, but it was during the second battle with the worm that things almost went horribly wrong. Okay, this is really risky. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. No, no, no! I should not have lived that. That was sheer luck. My heart is actually pounding now. That was almost it. Even after killing both worms, I had one final beacon to complete. Thundercakes went to Backbatal to pick up this random woman who insisted on calling him master. This made him very uncomfortable, so he dealt with her promptly. A super scary dragon vase started attacking Backbatal, which Thundercakes dealt with using the same level of efficiency as he did with the random woman. That's all the beacons done. Time to finish the game. Who the hell is this? Are you okay, ma'am? Alright.
I am no longer a mere vessel.
Who are you? He looks really cool here though, look at him go. With the help of some random woman who turns into a dragon, Thundercakes has saved the day and the solo run has officially concluded. I love it! It has nothing! Who is this? I only died 53 times. That is way less than I expected. Most of my deaths were from gravity and playing early game solo sorcerer. This playthrough ended up being really educational, as I had to fight everything on my own and couldn't rely on pawns to carry me, which meant I actually got to properly engage with enemy movesets and even came across attacks I had never seen until now. With the rules I set for myself, the solo run ended up being a fun and difficult challenge for the most part. But next time, I'm banning Spearhand. Special thanks to my patrons for supporting the channel as always, and I'll see you all on the next one.